All right, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I am here in my messy kitchen. I'm gonna close these cabinets up, but I just thought I would show you how I make this ahi tuna salad. I usually eat this about I don't know, once or twice a week. It's one of my favorite salads to make, and I know a lot of people are scared to cook fish. I know I was when I started this journey, um, but I've learned to love it, and I even crave it. So anyway, I'm going to jump right in here. I've already done some of the prep work, but I'll show you how I make it. Sorry, this isn't. The kitchen's kind of messy, and I'm just in a t-shirt. I'm just kind of lazing around. My wife and kid are out getting ready for Thanksgiving at the in-laws, and I'm making a salad. So here we go. What we've got here is a little ahi tuna steak. You can buy these frozen or fresh. I bought this in frozen. And then I just thaw them out when I want them. They're like in little individually sealed packages. Real easy to cook. All I do is I pick them out of the package after they thawed out, dry them off a little bit. Then I look to add a little Montreal steak seasoning. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Get a good amount on there. Get that good, like I rub it in, get both sides. Boom. And then another thing I like to do, if I can get this on the camera, there we go. Chinese 5-spice blend. You can buy this at grocery stores. I ordered it online. This is now this is pretty strong stuff. If you might taste it. If you don't like it very strong, you don't have to add as much as I do. But I really like this stuff, and I think it kind of makes the the ahi tuna flavor. Get a little more on this side. Boom. And then pat that down. And what I've got over here on the stove now, I've got me a grill pan. I've got it sprayed with some cooking oil. I'm letting it get pretty hot, about on high, until it gets pretty hot. And then I'll come back to you when we put this ahi tuna on the pan. Right now I'm back here. I'm about to put the ahi tuna on the pan. What we're going to do is just lay this down here. Once you set it down, don't touch it. Set a timer for 2 minutes. What I do is if you like it rare like I do, you go just about 2 minutes on each side. Then I'll let it rest and slice it for salad. We'll come over here and look at the salad that I've got started here. So basically what this is just mixed greens, bowl of mixed greens that you can get in a kit, or you can make it yourself. You can put pretty much any produce you want on here. Usually I do like radishes, fresh radishes and cucumber. Like little cucumber squares, but I didn't have any cucumber today, so I just have fresh radishes. I put some sliced fresh mushrooms here, and down in here somewhere I have some sliced up scallions, real thin sliced scallions. And so what I will do is take that, once that comes off the skillet, I'll slice it and just lay it on top here. And then I make my own dressing. And I've already made it here, but I'll tell you the recipe. I usually use about 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. So I put 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Then I use 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. I like to use the seasoned stuff when I'm making dressings because it's got a little bit more seasoning flavor to it. And then lastly, I add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and I like the low sodium soy sauce, but you can use the full sodium soy sauce. For the salad dressing is this wasabi powder. I usually add about a heaping teaspoon of this because I like wasabi. I like it pretty hot. You can add a little bit less if you don't like that wasabi flavor. You can add it. You don't have to add it at all if you don't want it. You can add it in lower quantities. But like I said, I add about a full teaspoon, around a teaspoon of this wasabi powder. Then what I do once I get all that in there, so I just stir it around. And again, this is 1 tablespoon of oil. You can put 2 tablespoons of oil if you like extra oil. I'm trying to not use as much oil, so I just put 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, seasoned rice vinegar, and then a teaspoon of wasabi powder, around a teaspoon. And stir that all up. Okay, we're going to flip this, and you need to be real careful with it. You don't want to, if you use a fork or something like that, you will break it up into pieces. I use a fish turner. It's a slotted spatula. It looks like this. So I just get right up in there, and I flip it over. Do 2 minutes on the other side. And again, don't touch it, don't move it around, just let it sit there. So you can see here that we've done the top side. You've got pretty good char on the ahi tuna, and that's what I really like. That seasoning, and you've got it kind of sealed in. The inside's going to be a little rare, and that's the way I like it. So what I do when I take it off again is I let it rest. Then I cut it into slices and lay it on the salad. Alright, so now I'm taking off the ahi tuna off. It's been 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to go ahead and flip that off. And again, you want to use your fish spoon or something that you're not going to break that tuna up with. Then onto a clean cutting board, since that other cutting board had raw tuna on it. And I'm just going to let this rest for about a minute before I cut it up. So I'll come back after a minute. Okay, so we're back here. We've rested about a minute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this tuna up. And I make it into slices for my salads. If you want to find the grain, you can. And you can slice it orthogonal to the grain. But what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to cut this up, and I'll come back, because I can't do this one-handed. I'll come back once I have slices for my salad grain, so that when you eat this, it's not, it'll break apart. And you can also see how raw this is. Now, you can cook this longer if you don't like this raw, but this is probably even cooked a little more than I usually eat it. I like it a little bit even rawer than this. But this would be a good salad. Okay, so now I've got this ahi tuna laid on this salad. It's really beautiful. And what I'm going to do now is just take the dressing. I'm not going to use all this dressing because I can't eat all this in one sitting, so I made enough dressing for 2 salads. But I will go ahead and pour this on here and then eat it up. That's what I love. If you can add a little salt, but not salty enough. It's usually pretty salty with the seasoned vinegar and the soy sauce. It's usually salty enough for me. But yeah, I love to eat this. I usually eat this about once or twice a week. And more to come, hopefully. See you soon.